Wow. Wow. What a nice friends and family gathering we have here. Wow, that's a lot of people. I grew up in the times when in this particular hall, the New Year's shows were recorded. And you know this young boy in front of the TV looking at all these shining stars, guitars, singers, rock stars. And I was thinking, maybe I one day, being here at that very stage, it was so cool. And then I realized that I'm not that much for that. I've checked my DNA. It turned out I don't have the DNA for a rock star. It was completely written out. So basically, I lost interest for the show because of the show. And decided that if I use the resources, my personal time, to connect two people on both sides of the Atlantic, or two people on both sides of a street, but they don't know about each other, and help them achieve their dreams. And then they help other people achieve their dreams. That would make a good word of my time. And as we've discussed, people are not born with the intelligence that you all have here in this room. But they are born with one thing that definitely works: their heart. And that's why we've built that community of people from all around the world based on their hearts. Because what we see now in the future is so challenging that only people with the right hearts can really shape the future that we want to build. Not only for us, but also for the planet. And of course, technology turned to be my business and my passion, but it's not technology for technology itself, but it's technology for making people's lives better. Because at the end of the day, why we do everything if not for the people? That's when I started working on my new plan. And actually, there was no plan B. It was only one plan. And that plan was to put my time and efforts and to make sure we bring those great people together. Well, in the meantime, I got married. I got my kids and my children, which I found out it's not us teaching them, it's them giving us the lessons of our lives. And of course, getting married made me a believer, because you know very well that I always say there must be a miracle for a woman like my wife to choose me. And further, we ended up at meeting the people from all around the world in one place. And here I am now, at that very stage of my childhood. And all those thousands of people from all around the world coming here just because we all stand on the shoulders of the giants that are shaping that hopefully better future for all of us. And you will see them during the next few days. You will see amazing people, people of passion, people of great beliefs, people of amazing attitude and big dreams. You will see all of them here in front of you on that very stage. That's because of them that turned Webit into one of the most impactful global gatherings of entrepreneurs, visionaries, and people from different walks of lives, but with a high impact factor. So, after these words, I have nothing else to say, but to say, welcome world, welcome. We have some very important guests here with us. The President of Bulgaria, our beloved patron, the Mayor of Sofia, the European Commissioner for Digital Economy and Society and Chair of the plenary session, the State Secretary of Innovation of Spain, mayors, ministers, your excellencies from all around, special guests who you will see further on that very stage. But above all, we have you. We have all of you coming from all around the world, and you are here in a country established back in the year of 681. And basically, you would say, I mean, what new could happen in a country with a 1,338 years of history? You don't expect that. I mean, you should have seen everything until now. But as people usually say, there is always a first time. And dear ladies and gentlemen, it is the first time today, at that very day, that something absolutely new has happened in our country, in Bulgaria. And that new thing is that for 1,338 years of history, it's for the first time that this city, the city of Sofia, the capital of Bulgaria, welcomes people from 120 different countries. How about that for something for a first time in this country? I feel so grateful and so privileged to take advantage of this humbling opportunity to welcome you all, the world's digital elite, the people from the civil society and academia, all of you, to the 11th edition of Webit.Festival Europe 2019. Welcome to the Webit City. Welcome to Sofia, the digital capital. And now, maybe you wonder why we started Webit as we've started. What were these young people doing on that very stage? And they gave us a sign with their torches. And I would like to see further their light in their eyes. So, it's usually the bad news that comes out in the media. You know, Central News always go for bad news. If there is something bad, they're there. But there was an exception, at least in Bulgaria. A month ago, the Bulgarian media was like covered with great stories about one person, a very young gentleman at the age of 6. What he did was quite amazing for all of us, because he was the one that won something that made us all very proud. Normally, you take it as a trivial story if somebody wins mathematics games in Bulgaria. Because it's granted that the Bulgarian mathematicians have more gold medals than German and French together. And we are talking about the school mathematicians. So it's taken like normal. Why are you clapping hands? It's normal. But then, there was something different. That particular mathematician turned to be at the age of 6. And he won the Thai Mathematics Olympics golden medal, and being the youngest in this. So I'm so pleased to welcome here the 6-year-old mathematician, Lachezar Tomov. Lacho. Ladies and gentlemen, Lachezar. What do you think? Какво мислиш? Аз имам син на 8 и още един на 10. I have a son, two sons. I mean, we have sons with my wife, 8 and 10. I want to make it for the protocol, otherwise. Искам да ми кажеш какво закусваш сутрин, за да им давам и на тях такава закуска. I was asking him what he has for breakfast because I want to give the same breakfast to my sons.
Macaroni.
So, okay, we work with the pasta. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very proud to have the stage, this international stage, and all these people in this huge, huge room to show you people like him. Because it's an inspiration, and it proves that nothing is impossible. And I want to show you more of these stories. But before this, I'm sure that his heart is beating like hell. Give him an applause so I can get him out of the stage. Този път ще го направим ли? Hey! The next, here on that stage, we will see a number of very young, bright people. Speaking about inspiration, I've always been inspired by the space. I grew up in my childhood when the moon was no longer something very cool. The cool was Mars. The cool was teleportation. That was cool. And the older I got, the more this filled my dreams and thoughts. And of course, there are great leaders who you will see here at that very stage conquering the space and maybe building the next settlements outside of our beautiful planet. But the highest I've ever managed to go is just below the base camp, trying my way to Everest, if you don't count the 100, 150 to 200 days per year flying on flights. Now, I would like to introduce you people who think differently, even at their age, still studying in a school, in a special school. The school where I studied when I was at their age, in my home city of Varna. Please present you to you, and please give a warm welcome to the winners of the world's most prestigious contest by NASA and the America's National Space Society, the Space Settlement Contest. Dear friends, give a warm welcome and applause to the students from Varna Mathematics School, Dr. Petar Beron. frate, ci nemamo vreme. Welcome.
Thank you.
So I was not expecting you here by foot, maybe flying, but thanks God that you're here. So you won quite an amazing award.
Yes, we did. Thank you.
Yeah, amazing award. Tell us more about it.
So, first of all, that's our space city, the place where all of the scientists live. The most important thing about it is that it's in space and it spins around itself. So there's artificial intelligence, artificial gravity within it. Also, it is based on an ancient symbol for knowledge. And it looks amazing, right?
I don't know. Well, okay. So tell me a little bit about what is it. So this is the capsule for the settlement. It should support the life inside, right?
Yeah.
So the internal architecture is meant to provide comfort and relaxation for all the residents. Also, it utilizes a web system which basically layers up as if there are floors, which creates a sense of spatiality and also reinforces the structure of the colony itself.
All right. So what do you think? How many people you can fit in there?
15,000.
15,000.
15,000, yeah.
Wow. So when do you believe this will happen?
In like 100 or 70 years, I guess.
So we all gonna be alive. Don't worry. Can I have a space? Can I have something there, like a small?
Yeah, of course, we'll give you a big apartment.
Oh my God! So that's what I call meeting the right people at the right place. Thank you so much. Before you leave, you know, talent is equally distributed all around the world. So we are in Bulgaria. That's why we have great Bulgarian talents. But it's all about cherishing that talent, fostering that talent, building that talent. And I'm so proud now to welcome on that very stage the person who was director of the school when I was a student in that school. Please give a warm welcome of the director of the people who managed to win that particular contest, the director, Mr. Pavlin Petkov. He was my director. I remember Mr. Petkov so much and so deeply because I was the black sheep, always the black sheep. And I went to him in the mathematics school, knocked on the director's door, and I said, "Dear director, I don't want to study anymore. I want to work. I want to get out of the school." I was in 9th grade. I want to get out of the school. I want to start working and studying at the same time. I want to become a private student. And this gentleman, in that age, it was like, how many years back?
Almost a quarter century.
Thank you. It reminds me that I'm mortal. So after 25 years ago, I've asked him to give me that document to become a private student, and he signed it, sent it to the Minister of Education, signed it, and I became the first ever private student in a mathematics school in Bulgaria. Your innovation is really, really inspiring. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, we started a bit late because of weather, because of things that we apologize, so we try to catch up now. As many of you know me, I'm not a protocol person, but I believe in one thing, that every year we have to start with rituals. Rituals that come from ancient times, rituals that come to purify our souls, rituals that were made in order to enlighten us and to give us power to move ahead. Because that's the major thing that we need, pure deeds and making the right steps ahead. So our dear friends started with a ritual, giving us the signal of the light. And we always do this. For 10 years, we start Webit with the symbol of the light. They sent their beams to the world for making it a better place. And we are all here to discuss this during the next 2 days and to make it happen. So, they already shared their light. I am ready to share my light with you. Please, share your lights with all of us. Let's send the beam to the world and show that we are here to send a message. The message of creating a better future for all of us. It's in the times of darkness when we need the guiding light. It is where you lose the road, when you need somebody to give you a hand. May the light lead us, the wisdom to guide us, and the love, beauty, and the happiness to crown our success. Let the light shine out of the darkness. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for flying from 120 countries, joining us here to make this world a better place. It wouldn't be possible without every one of you supporting us. It wouldn't be possible without the support of the mayor, without the support of all our partners, without the hundreds of volunteers, without each and everyone's hard work. Of course, without the amazing speakers we have here. But for me, it wouldn't be possible without my wife. And I would like to have Aniela now joining me here on that stage. Beyond being my wife, she is the executive director of Webit and member of the board. Ladies and gentlemen, Aniela Ruseva. After these applauses, you can be assured I'm going to have a very nice evening tonight.